Urban Revolution Radio's Your Morning Show with your boy Nino and your man D. Higgs, broadcasting live from the Evans Motor Studios at 1056 East Riverside Drive, home of the buy here, pay here option. Get all the great deals for you. If you use promo code Nino, Nino, you'll get a $100 Visa gift card upon purchase completion. And if you are an independent artist or entrepreneur, you want to get your music heard or your business some exposure here on Urban Revolution Radio, all you have to do is hit us up on our email at ninoincognito@gmail.com with a brief description of your business and a clean MP3 version of your music. And if it's on point, we'll support it as much as humanly possible on the home of the independent artist and entrepreneur here on Urban Revolution Radio. I was talking about here locally in Evansville that Evansville is installing 2 safe haven baby boxes at local fire stations here. So according to 14 News, 2 baby boxes were installed at the Evansville fire station. They're set to open this coming Thursday, October the 28th.
Damn shame they gotta set a date to open a damn safe haven box.
They say Monica Kesley started Safe Haven baby boxes in 2016 for a very personal reason. Says she was abandoned as an infant back in 1973, so starting an organization for women and children literally she thought was her purpose. She said since its creation, they've opened 85 boxes across the country, with over 60 of those right here in Indiana.
85 across the country, but 60 in Indiana.
Yeah, so they got, she's, I guess, she's Evansville native. You got to take care of home.
Right. You got to stick to your home front, man. But I disagree with the safe haven box.
And I do as well, for the simple fact is that we will spend more effort acting like we going to put the burden on other people to take care of other people's kids that they don't want, versus educating women and giving them the ability to practice the birth control.
To be a good parent.
If they want to be a good parent, or if they don't want to, even to provide the birth control, let them get access, not provide them, but get them get access to, like Texas starting these, they got the abortion bans. And you got to make, how big, no matter if somebody in Dallas was trying to get, needed an abortion for whatever reason, whether she was raped or just didn't want the relationship, the unexpected pregnancy, whatever reason was it. You're going to make this woman travel over 600-700 miles to get this kind of treatment. You got to come from the middle of Texas, even to go up to Oklahoma, maybe
she should talk to them about doing safe haven boxes.
Because they expect the women to carry these babies to term because they don't want to help them get the pre-pregnancy care that they need.
Right.
Prevention pregnancy care that they need. But you want to make it available so that these women can drop babies off in boxes at the fire stations? I've never agreed with that fire station. Why are you going to put this on fire stations? Take them to the adoption agency. Put the baby box at the adoption agency.
Right.
Take it to the
Planned
local
Parenthood.
Something like that. Why
Things
don't
of that nature, right?
Take it to something. If you're gonna go, that putting them at the fire station and just dropping the baby off in the middle of nowhere and things like that. No, I don't agree with that. As far as being able to give this woman some care or some help, I know it's supposed to be anonymous.
Right.
That's what it's supposed to be. So you can take that and just drop the baby off. But I think the focus, this is once again the Band-Aid on the bullet wound kind of thing. Because once this woman is already pregnant, she's made up her mind she can't get the
care that she needs.
She knows she's not going to be able to take care of this child, but now you're going to make this child
force him to do that and grow up.
You're going to force this woman to give birth to a child that she knows she's not going to. I can't even imagine as a man.
Well, that's the people that's making the rules, homie. Men.
You know what I mean? That's like the closest assumption I could even come to that is cutting an arm off, or cutting it, because this is a part of this woman's body that's grown inside of, that's fed off of her, just like any other part of your body that feeds off what you eat. That is you. That's different. So just to be able to make that decision, to even consider that decision of it, that's got to be an emotional, and to come to that decision, but to not be able to get the help you need, somebody's gonna force you to carry the baby. You know what I mean? And then it end up like this woman. She said she was dropped off in a baby box at a fire station back in 1973.
73, right.
You know what I mean? Why are we doing this ass backwards, healthcare stuff? These women need preventative measures,
Right.
preventative, because you're not gonna control anybody's, sex life. When people want to do what they want to do, they gonna do whatever they want to do. Sometimes it happens, like I said, we got rape victims, you got incest victims, you got, uh, drunk nights.
Yeah.
It's all
Yeah.
kind of reasons why unexpected pregnancies
Happen.
happen, and it's easier to prevent the pregnancy from happening than it is to try to put the burden and possibly raise a child that's going to feel unwanted, unloved, unproductive, spending time in foster home after foster home after
Right.
foster things.
Right.
Like, come on now, we spend more time on the band-aid than we do on the prevention. I think it's real. I do not agree. I understand the idea of the baby boxes, but I think it's getting real comfortable. That's making it
Getting
look
too
too
comfortable
comfortable and too
when you
easy to
had
just
that
to,
many boxes
I mean,
available
to
in the
just
state,
drop a baby off like that. Where are these
and none of
babies
it has
going?
no. Well, sit 911 is called.
Say when the box is open and say, yeah, 911 is called, and the box locks under it is the box locks,
Hmm.
and in under 3 minutes, the child receives medical care while the mother remains anonymous. They say in under, you know what I mean?
And I don't think they should remain anonymous.
I, as I'm with that anonymity of it, because
You
like I
may
said,
as well just walk in the fire station and hand your baby over. You
yeah,
feel I'm coming from?
but it's better. This is the one step up from dumpster baby.
Yeah.
Think
You
about
right.
it. That's
You right, homie.
this
You
is just to
right.
prevent dumpster baby. But the whole reason why what the quote unquote dumpster baby and the box babies and stuff happening is because these women don't have the
The
health care, the
resources and
preventative
things
care
like that, right?
that they need in the areas that they are. Whether you want to talk about they own drugs or whatever you want to excuse you, the label you trying to put on this whole trying to control a woman's reproductive rights and what she wants to do with her body has gotten way out of control, and it's pushing women to extreme limits.
Measures, right?
You know what I mean? To do this kind of stuff.
They'll
Well,
go.
now
They'll go get illegal abortions, man.
and that's about to be the amount
Down
of
in
botched
Texas,
abortions that's about to happen.
close to Mexico too, homie.
Oh, that's about to be a travesty going on down there in the
Bro,
states. I'm just trying
right.
to, and the Supreme Court said they're not going to
They're
overturn
not
it.
gonna overturn it.
They not, man. So this is we got to start working on more preventative measures. I think America has a bad habit with apologizing later instead of preventing things ahead of
At the
time.
time,
We want to
right?
see how far we can get away with stuff and see how things, see how far we can control things before we actually have to make a change. Most personal people don't make changes until something life threatening happens. So until something nationally drastic happens, like maybe a
Right.
president's daughter gets pregnant or raped or something like that and don't want the baby, and then it's gonna have to, and they can't get that. I think that's the only reason that a lot of issues and stuff get revolved until it affects some wealthy, prominent political person. Same
Right.
way with the cure for polio, cure for HIV, which I do personally believe that they have. That's just my own conspiracy theory, but it's being pushed down because
I've been a cure
there's
for
no
that.
money in the cure. It's only in the comeback. The only time they cure something is when somebody of high importance gets it and they want it. Just
Yeah.
so it's no. We don't spend any time on the preventative care. We want you to keep coming back in our medical system. We want to keep
That's how
the
they make their
revolving
money.
door
That's how
going
they
and
make
all
their
that
money,
kind of other
man.
stuff.
Right.
We want to act like we care about kids and pro-life and pro-choice. But what kind of life are you giving this child? You know what I
You
mean?
drop them in the safe, baby.
Most of these people who are fighting for these, these pro-life and so-called pro-life, anti-abortion people have never spent one day in a foster home,
Right.
in a boarding home, in some juvenile detention, in a place where there are a lot of kids that feel unwanted, unloved, abandoned, all that kind of other stuff, that kind of sometimes wish that they were never born. That's you're not considering the full impact of what this box baby done, forcing women to carry children that they really don't want to carry. You know what I mean? And I think that's a real personal choice that men we need to stay out of it.
Yeah.
That we have no.
Totally.
You can give your opinion to the woman, and that's if You're involved in a woman. 90% of the cases we're talking about is with a woman who doesn't have a man around involved. They're
That's
not
it.
in a good relationship with a man right now to help them take care of the baby. That's the whole reason why they're considering this in the first place, because they know that either the person that they're with is not going to be a good father, or they're not with anybody. You know what I mean? So cutting these women's right to health care
Right.
leads to things like this, where these people have to put up 82 box. You know, what kind of need is
Right.
that saying? You had 82 places willing to accept boxes to place newborn
Born
babies
babies.
in. That's an epidemic, right? That is
That's a
way out
true
of
epidemic.
control.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? So we really need to focus on the front end. I mean, that's the women's health care rights and decisions. We really need to let, as a man, I really think we really need to let the women decide that. This is
That's
an
it.
issue where, once again, we were talking about earlier. Gender is a fact.
Hmm.
It comes to Dave Chappelle did not lie. Gender is a fact. There are certain things that a natural born woman is going to have to go through that a transgendered woman will never ever have to
Experienced
deal
all
with
period.
in their life. You know what I mean? So let us know.
Childbirth for one.
You know what I mean? Abortion for another one.
Right.
So let us know. 812-303-5018 on our Facebook page, facebook.com/live999WJCB. Do you think these baby boxes are a good idea or just a bad band-aid on a bullet wound?